Saying green, but it's occasionally going yellow. Maybe it's okay now. We'll see. Go
Yeah,
from there, I guess.
it looks a little smoother now.
Nope, there goes the red. Why is that? Okay, I'm not getting drop frames though. Oh, no, there it is. 76, 143. Yeah, now it's starting to give me the drop frames.
Yeah, if it's network specifically,
It isn't
yeah,
because I'm running a caption program, is it?
what do you mean?
I have closed caption option in my OBS as well.
It could be.
It's meant for the so any of the Japanese viewers, if they get any from playing Final Fantasy or some of the people from the Square Enix office, if they started to watch my stuff, that they can kind of get the English version of this, or they can utilize a closed caption thing.
Okay.
So I don't know if
Um,
it's me talking that it's typing that in that it's making an issue. Because yeah, I'm losing frames and it's driving me nuts.
I know I couldn't stream at 1080. I had to stream at 720.
I was running at 1440p for so long, so I know that it works.
Yeah, I had to go to 6,000 bit rate on 720, and for some reason that's what worked for me. Everybody's a little different, but
Like
I do see it. I do see it dropping though.
it's just it's messed up because everything was fine, and then yesterday all of a sudden now it's not, and then today it's even worse. Okay, this is the worst part because the second I go to restart my computer, I'm stuck in queue, and then I can no longer play this game tonight.
Yeah, I also
Oh,
had an issue.
Dewey.
Yeah, I'm not saying that that's the best answer, but I also did have an issue with where I had too many like monitoring things open in the background, and that actually caused me to drop frames as well. That's why I was asking what you had open.
All I have open is my Discord, my game, my my browser, OBS, and the webcam.
Okay.
Like if I go to Task Manager, there's what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things.
On the
Well,
plus side, it's not that bad. I've
it
actually
would
went
be
through
six
Yeah,
like
things.
3,000 IQ since
I,
it took the time to get.
I would just keep going. I'll pop in into the channel tomorrow when you're off stream. I tried to do that yesterday, but you were AFK, I think, both of
No,
you.
the issue with me is because I keep resetting myself. I keep staying up until 5 in the morning, and I'm waking up around 1 or 2. So I didn't get
That
up
was
until 2.
that was kind of when I came into the channel. So
And so on the yesterday, I went out for a haircut. I was probably doing some other things at the time, and I didn't actually, because if you see my thing showing deafened and muted, because for some reason Discord also doesn't know how to AFK me. I've done everything, reinstalled it tons of times. It just doesn't want to work.
yeah, it didn't show that for me. So I wouldn't imagine that that's what it was. Like it still showed you as being online. But either way, I'll come in tomorrow and then we can troubleshoot it a little more, just so
Uh,
that you don't mess up with your viewers tonight.
yeah, I realized because I haven't streamed for a little bit back there, because of the thing we were going through before. My 30-day thing flipped over, and I lost all of what was built up for my affiliation. So I do need that viewer cap again. The streaming time again, that's no problem. I can get that one in a heartbeat. It's that I need the average viewers of 3 again. So that kind of
Yeah,
sucks.
that's okay. You were running 6 earlier, running 5 now, so
Yeah.
you'll be fine.
Oh, I probably scared off some people, unfortunately. Yep, now 4. People are leaving. Oh. Wait,
People are
hold on. That was weird. That 5 went to 4 when I lowered the browser. I think it's like that.
Overanalyzing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm overanalyzing. All right, as this thing is saying, deep breaths, slow and steady.
every stream that I did, I would just try and during my downtime I'd work on it a little bit so that my next stream was a little bit better, and that's all I did in between
It,
streams. It was
it's just
fun.
stuff like this bug me because I have no clue what's doing it. All of a sudden it works perfectly, and then secondly it doesn't, and I haven't changed anything. That's what drives me nuts. It's like either Windows updates are doing weird shit or whatever else. It's just like, oh, it's like I don't get it anymore.
That is fair. Yeah. What do you think, Omar? What do you want to tell Uncle Dragonfire? What do you want to tell him?
um, is he
What do you
speaking?
want to tell him? He's making noises.
Fair enough. Just like
I
this
don't
guy.
think they. Yeah, I don't think they can really speak at 3 months.
Don't worry, Uncle Dragonfire gets to see his nephew in 12 days or so.
Oh joy.
Yeah.
You saw it too, yes? The blue star below thrown into turmoil? Yeah, so there's gonna. Well, how much longer do I have until this supposedly cute stuff you're talking about, Tim?
Pretty soon-ish.
Then it was no illusion, all was truth.
Well, Omar is very, very pumped for this cute stuff.
With the death of Zodiac, the laws of nature over which he presided have begun to unravel. The final days are upon us. What you witnessed was an omen granted by the echo, a vision of the horrors to come.
If Joey hurries up, he can see the cuteness in about 10 minutes.
Time grows short.
Holy, look at all the abilities on Zero's bar.
He's so... And yet he doesn't have the right ones on there. Well,
Reminds me of my WoW days, and then I had every one of them keybinded.
Xenos has
Oh,
made
yeah.
his way out.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, my bar's not as loaded as Zero's is.
Okay, Xenos, what are you going to show me?
No. I'll find no fulfillment in a contest with you this day.
Say something. Say something. On the microphone. Come on.
Slavering beasts gather at your
Oh, you're
gates, ravenous and eager.
You're gonna play shy now?
Already you turn to them and away from me.
I
held
can't
him
talk more.
I held him right up to the microphone, and he was just enthralled with the screen.
Because it's like flashy lights and everything.
Once more
Yeah,
in search
he
of
loves
power
Rocket
far
League.
beyond the might of Shinryu.
Loves Rocket League. He's gonna be
Power
like
to
a little
make your
Rocket League
heart
player.
Run over with rage.
As he starts kicking, he's getting all excited when I say Rocket League.
For the eldest of primals was a betrayal of promise. A pathetic creature.
You know why that
capable
is,
of
right?
Inspiring true
He's
despair.
excited because he gets all the emotion from you because you get excited.
That's what I crave. Pure.
Because I'm excited.
unadulterated
Is that why?
Despair.
No, you just like Rocket League. That's what I thought.
Hope will win the day. I will not fight for your amusement. Hope will win the day.
we shall see.
It can be a very strong weapon if you can push a button to close it.
Fire.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. Training Chad. I'm taking a baby.
He doesn't seem too excited, but
No.
he doesn't know that there's food involved.
Oh
yet.
no, he had
He's not
658.
interested in what you guys are doing. I can tell you that for sure. He's like, what? What's going on over there?
We are standing on the moon, looking at
You don't understand.
Ooh, the moon.
all the,
Do you want to go to the moon?
the pretty colors all over the place.
Hey, has
FYI.
Jody seen the moon cacators yet?
Yes, the ones that look like they're starving. I call them the cheese string men.
Just so you know, when they're that young, they can only see black and white.
Seriously?
Yeah, they don't actually get color until a little bit later.
Get color.
I think it's around 6 months, 5 to 6 months. So he's close.
He's close. Yeah.
You sure? You can tell that. You can't you? Don't their eyes? You saying that that his
Yeah, they
eyes
only
are.
really respond to shapes.
Yeah, they respond to like shapes and different things like that. But like we actually have calling like cards for him to show him different things, and we had to get the black and white ones because, well, there's no point in getting the color ones because he can't see color yet.
That's fair, I guess. Since his presence on the moon is no longer. If you need not follow, then I beg you stay and listen to what I have to tell you of Zodiac and the end of all things. Hey, the Watcher would discuss grave matters with you. And give me a box of loot. Before we speak at length, I believe a change of surrounding is in order. I have more than ill tidings to share. You see, I've sensed others arriving not long ago. Though my communications with Heidelin have grown infrequent, I have learned enough from her to know these are your comrades. And as luck would have it, they have already reached my abode. Come, let us join them. Sweet. They somehow managed to get to the moon without some special powers. Let's figure out how they got here. Because I got whisked away from one of the god beans. Here, let's help little Omar think we're playing Rocket League.
He's already eaten.
Oh.
He's like, oh, food. I gotta go. Oh, look at that Batmobile. I haven't even shown him my Batmobile yet.
Jeez, this is not a Batmobile. Final Fantasy V. And when when I'm able to fly, it turns into a plane or a boat. Actually, no, I don't know if that goes into a boat.
The true Batmobile there.
Sweet. Tell us how you got here.
Oh, is this a multiplayer game?
Yes. It's an MMO. Well, okay. People have determined that Final Fantasy XIV is an RPG MMO, not an MMORPG. Because it's an RPG first.
Ah,
So it's very, very evolved around the story.
nice. I'm noticing that.
And the story is extremely well written. So this is their what they would call their what is it? 1, 2, 3. This is their 4th expansion, but they call it still 6.0 because they had the Final Fantasy XIV launch and they really screwed it up. to the point of no return, to the point that they created a cataclysmic event that completely, practically wiped the entire game and restarted the game and called it Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. And that story was kind of tied in with the original game, or the original 14. Like they still kind of had the 14 remnants there. It's just they built the new game around, or like they rebuilt the game while they were fixing this stuff up, right? And so
Makes
from the very beginning of the Realm Reborn to this point, everything has been combined, had pieces, had meaning towards some other part of the event in the story. And so some of the stuff that we're dealing with now has been stuff that we dealt with way back at the beginning of the game. And they're finally concluding a lot of this. So the Endwalker expansion story is the conclusion of this entire storyline, this story arc, and this whole thing. They're still keeping the game going. They're going to create a new story arc, but this is the final chapter of this whole story arc that they've been running for 8 years or more. I can't remember how many years, but many, many, many years. It's 3 years.
I have this strange feeling that they may end up they actually might tie this entire game into the new story arc.
Well, they're going to always have something, but the new story arc is going to start something completely different. We're going to start, who knows? We don't know until we're there. Like, that's the great thing. This writer is extremely well.
What I mean is, once you continue on for about once you catch up with Zero, there and you hear more of the story, you might find out something that make you think, oh, they might carry everybody over.
Who knows? They got a lot of things. We'll see. Thank goodness you are unharmed. We did what we could to subdue the temper before making our ways here. And so, just so you know, Turtle, this character that's on screen right now is everybody's favorite cat girl.
Yeah, that's sexy looking.
All cat girls are my favorite cat girl.
Yes, but she is very special to everybody. Okay, so we did what we could to... Yeah. What? Sorry?
Also, I did want to tell you too. I've actually been having issues with Shaw, like for random things. We
okay.
couldn't even play music through our Google Minis the other day, and it didn't matter which one. So it was actually internet connection. So I have a feeling because it pings through Vancouver,
Okay,
and
yeah.
with all the water damage and flooding and everything, they could be repairing the lines over there because it goes to Vancouver and then it goes south. So like.
And as far as it goes from yesterday, everything was working fine up until a specific point. And today it's a lot worse. And yet I haven't done anything. And so you might be right. It could and I know this is what we came to the conclusion yesterday. It's something that's out of my control. It's just it still bothers me because I'm trying to stream and give people proper content. And this is out of my control, which makes me feel bad because I am now not giving them the proper content that they are trying to be here to get.
It's okay. It happens, right? You just gotta roll with the punches.
Because
Anyways,
even if I download the file, it's going to come out the way everybody else saw it. Because I'm not hitting the record, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to give you the heads up that that is something that we've encountered.
Okay. No, that's yeah.
I don't want to interrupt your stream again, though.
No worries, man. It's all good. I mean, that's the whole purpose of this is for me to interact with people in the stream, right? Not just show them the...
I'm now playing a little bit of Locket Rig.
Oh, God.
Locket Rig? Did you just say you're playing Locket Rig?
Yes.
I sure did.
And he's going to sit there and do a lot of Lee.
No, I won't be doing too much of that. I actually got into another car accident, so...
What?
Pretty...
Okay,
yeah.
You know what? From now on, you are not allowed in a car.
Why? It was only my 7th.
You are not allowed in a car. What? How bad was this one?
It didn't seem that bad, but it wound up being bad.
Ay, vey, you.
Yeah, so needless to say, we're like getting everything all fixed and figured out, and it's been like 3 months, and
Well, did it do anything to you or just your vehicle?
both. They wrote my vehicle off.
Okay,
Um,
is it somebody else doing it to you this time? Or, well,
yeah, yeah. I've never, not one has been my fault.
okay, seriously, you're a magnet for badness on the road then.
Yo, I
Which
sure.
which means there's only two things that come into play. You either have to get more defensive and more aware of what's going on to try and avoid them happening to you,
All this lady
or
was like, she came to a dead stop, and then she just turned left into me, and yeah.
so is there a whole bunch of things involved where she's paying for medical bills and everything else?
Yup.
Okay.
Yeah, I got wrecked my back again, wrecked my neck this time, and then I got my neck and my back started to like figure itself out, and then my jaw. We found out that my jaw's damaged because my neck started to heal, and yeah, my there's like little discs in your jaw, and it slipped out of place and it won't go back in now. So it's very, very painful. My smile is gone. I literally can't smile anymore.
Oh my god. Yeah. I don't want to be the jerk, but I'll be at work. I'll be like, "Oh my god, that'll be the happiest moment to not have to deal with that." I'm kidding.
Yeah, the smile is gone, and yeah, I just have to be really careful. So it's fun. It's very fun.
Ay.
But I thought I would tell you. That's why I'm still off of work. I won't probably go back until some point in the new year.
Well, just do what you can to stay safe. Take it easy.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's just kind of funny
I
that it
mean,
happened again. It's like, come on, like I'm not even. I just turned 30. I had the baby for a month and a day, and then I got into the accident.
by the way, you should pop into Carlos thing and say hi to him, cause he was saying hi to you.
Oh, was he? When?
Yeah. Well, you came in and said some stuff to me. He's like, "Oh, I haven't seen him in a while. Tell him I say hi." Or was
Oh,
yeah,
I'll go. I'll go pop in and say hi to him. I do
yeah.
see that he is
He is
streaming.
streaming. He's got one in there right now. So
Yeah, I'll ditch you for a little bit. That's okay.
I got 6 people. It's all good.
They're all listening to
They-
my sob story, my car accident sob story.
it's like a
Dude,
radio
I mean,
station.
like, I swear, like, so I've been so frustrated and stressed out about driving the last little while. Uh, I've had like 2 years in a row I got speeding tickets that just kind of like ruined my Christmas. Like two
Oh,
Christmases in a row. And so the last couple years I've been really good, but it happened every time around November. It happened in November, it happened in November, and I'm like, you stupid. And it's like, so this year I've been really good, and last year was really good. But people have been like literally speeding like 15 over the speed limit and riding my ass, and it's just driving me nuts.
oh yeah, like it's ridiculous some of the stuff. And that's why I'm so disappointed that this even happened again. Like it was not even anything that I remotely did that caused it. So, and it's just I was just in the wrong place. Actually, I was getting promoted at work. It was the day I was getting promoted, and I decided that I'm like never early. I'm one of the very rare. I gotta be exactly on time. Like if I start at 11:30, I'm there at 11:29 is what time I show up.
Yeah,
And
well, where we worked before, they didn't like that. You had to be there 5, 10 minutes before, not 1 minute.
yeah, so it didn't work out where we used to work. But anyways, that's the type of person that I am. I like to be there like right on time. And anyways, I was getting promoted, so I was like, oh, you know what? I'll show up there. And the accident happened. exactly 11 minutes, and I would have been there 10 minutes early. Happened 11 minutes before my shift. I was 1 minute away from work.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You still working with
With
Telus?
Telus? Yep.
Promoted
Yeah.
to desk manager?
No, I was training manager, and then so I got promoted to training manager, and then actually since I've been off, coincidentally, they found out that I was doing really, really good, so they promoted me to and like a full manager now. So I'm not just managing the training aspect. So as soon as I come back, it'll take into effect. Actually, the promotion announcement will be happening a little bit later on, so I'm pretty excited.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's only a few other people that know about it currently.
And all of Twitch.
Yeah, all of Twitch now. All of the 6 people that are in here.
Oh man.
Come on, let's go.
Having conversation. Okay.
Come on, let's go.
Not without casualties, unfortunately. Some few detonated explosives, killing themselves and others. The contingent healers had their hands full, tending to the injured and the enthralled when we took our leave. Lest you wonder, Mistress Krell has also been delivered onto their care, serving as a conduit for Heidelin power, have taken its toll, but she will recover in due course. Yeah. Hose. As for Elfino and Alize, they insisted on remaining in Garlemald while we 3 rushed to your aid. It appears, however, that matters have already come to a conclusion. But one manner of conclusion, if I might ask, and is this the ally whom Heidelin bade you seek out? He is not unlike the shades of Amarat. Not unlike, perhaps, but not the same. I was created by Heidelin together with this place. It has ever been my duty to keep vigil over Zodiark, or rather it was my duty. Of course, my character never has a voice, but somehow makes 1,000 words come out. Then Zodiark is no more. And not without consequence, I'm afraid, for now the delicate weave of the star, preserved by his presence, will begin to unravel. If you mean to avert the final days, you shall have need of... Uh-oh. Don't disappear while you're trying to tell us. Are you alright? Nope. Definitely not alright. My attempts to forestall Zodiark's release have all been exhausted. My strength. If you might allow me to rest a short while, I will share with you all I can. Please do. You need not exert yourself on our account. These crystal contains records of your time here, yes? May we peruse them while we wait? By all means, if you would review them chronically, might I suggest beginning with those on the upper floor. There you go, Zero. They're not tubes, they're books. I shall leave that to you before Dragonfire while I see what can be gleaned from the crystals on these lower levels.
Good. I was afraid you were gonna pass all the good stuff.
Well, we kind of got delayed a little bit.
They did die at least 3 times in Zodiark. It was funny.
That wasn't bad. It just actually that part I'm gonna. Okay, so when you're looking over at the wall, so just as my character's doing right now, and you see this pattern right here, up orange, green, green, orange, blue, orange, right? So let's say that the pattern is supposed to be the orange, orange, and orange is what the stars are. Now I'm looking at that thinking, okay, that's going to come down, and this is going to be the one that's open, and that should be right. If you look at the floor pattern, or let's use this on the side, that should show up right here
It should fall
on the
flat on
floor.
the board.
But somehow it comes down like it basically. This will be a little bit harder. I'm going to have to do this in a specific way, because everything is choppy and stuff too. But basically, it came down like this, rather than. Wait.
You're probably looking at.
I was thinking of it supposed to come down like this, but,
Yeah, but
it came down like this.
No, here's the thing, Chris. You got to understand, it's not going to be. It's going to be coming down from the direction that the arrows are pointing. So you got to
Right.
make sure you face the board, or face the direction that it's coming down, and then it's going to be gridded in that section, the way
What?
the way you're facing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't figure it out when I was fucking doing it.
Well, no. See, I knew the pattern. So when it was just the 4, like 1, 2, 3, 4, you just stand in the middle. That one's pretty straightforward. Like most of them got, but there was the one that was kind of like here, 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 and so I'm thinking, okay, so this is open. I'm standing here. This is open. But what it ended up being is that became not open. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? How is that not open? Because what they ended up doing is they ended up dropping that picture down on the board like this. Meaning that top part went behind me, instead of where I expected it to be.
You gotta catch up to 0.
I'm trying. I know Zero's taking off and getting all upset because he's telling me, yeah, go, 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 hurry.
You haven't figured out what's causing your stream to do that yet?
No.
Weird.
Turtle was saying that because Shaw's going through Vancouver on a lot of the things, and Vancouver's been dealing with the weather issues and the water damage, and they're doing a lot of repairs, that could be the reason why this is happening. As you gaze into the crystal, ancient knowledge of Zodiac flows through your mind. Daily summary, abnormalities detected. These appear to be records of a long, lonely vigil on the moon, dating back to the beginning of Zodiac's imprisonment. Okay. Go that way. As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of the past calmly flows through your mind. The records. Okay. Maintaining Zodiac's premise pairs to tax Heidelins greatly. As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of the past rejoining flows through your mind. The records describe the Watcher's efforts to prepare in the event Zodiac broke free from his prison. The records go on to describe maintenance carried out regularly with the Loporits, though it is not clear who or what they are. As you gaze into the crystal, as a record of an unexpected visitor flows through your mind. The records note the Watcher musing when Elidibus is spotted on the moon, though clearly not for the first time. It is clear he and his brethren have a keen interest in freeing Zodiac from his prison, and yet they have made no attempts to destroy the brand. Perhaps they prefer he remain hidden from mortal eyes until the final rejoining. Perhaps they realize we would never dare bring harm to Zodiac so long as he remains imprisoned. Well, whatever the case may be, we've beat an incomplete version of him, then Van Daniel killed him off and created a bigger problem. At least that's what the game is saying so far. Did you learn anything of importance? My guess is because we've taken away the dark, now all that's left is the light. You kind of need both. So it is...
No comment.
What? Well, isn't Zodiac supposed to be the dark and Eidolon the light? So it is as we suspected. What? Why am I coming through somebody else's end? Oh, it's Turtle. Turtle, you're making me come through twice. So it was as we suspected. Maintaining this brand requires a great deal of her energy and focus, and this cost has grown higher with every rejoining. That would explain why contact with her has become rather infrequent since the 7th Umbral Calamity. I too made a rather startling discovery. This heavenly body we know to be the moon was in fact created by Eidolon. When the Watcher said he was created together with this place, I thought he only meant this facility. Truly, Eidolon's powers are far beyond anything I could have imagined. Yes, back in the past, Lumerians, or in Final Fantasy IV, I should say, Lumerians created the second moon. But is this the second moon, or is this the only moon?
Technically, the blood moon was another moon.
No. I thank you for affording me
Well, they
this,
call it a moon.
this short reprieve. Zero's playing around with the shaggy Afghans.
He's going to meet the cute.
No.
If he gets there, you better not look at his screen.
Don't look at it. You can't look
You're
away.
killing off the cutscene.
I can stop.
There is much we could learn of Zodiac and his imprisonment.
But we want Omar to see the cute.
Well, they won't be able to see it through Zero's thing.
Comes now again.
Censored.
And I don't think he's sitting with Chad
Omar
anyway.
left again. Yeah. Omar was back, but he left again.
Ooh, pretty. Long ago, before the Great Sundering, there was but a single word. And theory is, God, another word I can't read. Either theory. What?
Furious.
One day, from within the earth, a terrible cry issued forth, affecting a profound change in all manner of life. We were not exempt. Our creation's magic ran rampant, giving shape and form to thoughts of hopelessness and despair. At first, the phenomenon was limited to a single region, but quickly, so very quickly, it spread and engulfed the whole of the star.
Were the ancients ever able to deduce its source?
The void. They were not. However, the convocations, wow, struck upon a method to predict where next the corruption would manifest. The etheric energies which flow through all of creation in the form of various currents. The currents which course through the land and seas. Those which flow through the very air. And those of a celestial nature which encompass both our star and this moon.
Celestial currents. I cannot say I am familiar with the concept.
Nor would I expect you to be. Few scholars of our time knew of their existence. Their inevitable knowledge helped us to better understand the nature of the calamity. Her flower probably deals with the celestial aether. Like the terrestrial ones of earth and air, the celestial currents form a vast network, but the ethereal distribution is not consistent. Convocations soon realized that the inciting incident occurred in regions where the flow was weakest. Correlations without clear cause. Ultimately, nevertheless, on closer studies, a stagnation of ether was observed in nearby currents.
And so they sought a means to harness the forces of darkness, of activity and growth. Thus was Zodiac conceived. No less a power than a god's could set right the laws of nature and quicken the flow of ether within the star.
Precisely. With the advent of Zodiac, our end was averted.
Emmett Selk claimed that those who summoned Heidelin did so because they saw Zodiac's power as a threat. Is that true?
Indeed, there was a faction opposed to Zodiac's creation, but their aim was never to unmake him. They understood the continued preservation of the natural order was dependent on his very existence until we could identify and address the underlying cause of the final days. We would need remain for his departure, would set in motion those apocalyptic forces. I cannot for some reason get my tongue to read that word. I know what the word is. I just for some reason can't get my tongue to read that word. Forces once more. I just get completely tongue-tied on it, and I used to be able to say it just fine. Heidelin recognized this as well, and so rather than destroy, she sundered Zodiac herself and the star into lesser reflections that she might continue to confine him in this place. I could have sworn she beseeched me to banish the darkness. Then what she told me in the Aether Sea was false? Perhaps she did, but as with all beings, intent is not always in accord with spoken word. Heidelin and Zodiac are both constructs of man. Approximations of perfections, limited by our own imperfections. Zodiac was without question the more powerful of the two, having been born from the sacrifice of half Aethery's population. Aethery's. Thus was it necessary for Hydaelyn to commit herself wholly to his defeat. Still more effort was needed to confine him. Maintaining the brands taxed her greatly. With what power she dared spare, she cried out to any who might listen and offer her blessing to those who heeded her call. Though it was likely without her power to do so, I believe she did not wish to speak of Aethery's and her history.
You have ambient room noise.
Do I?
Yep.
Yeah, it's your furnace.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. It's going to kick in every so often, and I just kind of have
Sure
to...
you can. You could freeze.
What?
Just freeze.
I'm just
For
surprised.
the sake of the stream, just freeze.
You
It's okay.
shut up. It's not me that's freezing, it's my parents. I'm surprised my mic is staying on right now. It doesn't kick in normally.
On pain of death, do not look at Zero's screen.
Hey. Like Zodiac, Hydaelyn's purpose is a reflection of her creators. They wished to look to the future and not linger in the prison of the past.
The Ascians set in motion 7 rejoinings before we came to oppose them. How many more worlds would have been lost had we not placed our faith in her? How many more souls living in the present would have been snuffed out for the sake of those long dead?
Exactly.
Don't censor yourself, Zero. I want to see the
Well,
ferociousness.
In light of recent events, I see no reason to doubt your word. And even if Hydaelyn is not a god in truth, if Minfilia believed that we should trust him...
I won't look over, just keep it going, I don't care.
Which brings me to a rather important question.
He's been shocked into silence.
Let's suppose we try but fail to stop this second coming of the final days. Should the source fall, what will become of the other worlds?
The Nama lecture is more fitting than you know. Bring ruin to the source, and its reflections will share in its fate. I mean, we lose here, everybody loses. It is ready, which basically means we need a new Zodiac. This way, if you would be so kind, or to figure out what's causing it.
Just pay attention.
Is it coming soon, Tim?
The answer to your questions, yes.
A beautiful sight, is it not?
Yes, but what is it?
A reflection? Hydaelyn knew better than any that her power was not absolute. Indeed, she has ever struggled to hold Zodiac and his faithful at bay. She feared the worst and so made preparations in the event of his demise. There would be a contingency. A failsafe plan. What is it? This moon is more than a prison. It is a vessel capable of bearing the people of Aethery's to safety, safe harbor.
Moon chip.
Yeah, so they've done the Lumerian thing for Final Fantasy IV so far. You need not go far to find its pilots. In fact, I should be happy to take you to them. Uh-oh. And fulfill my final days as Watcher in the Dark. I'm still waiting for them to show Fusoya.
Ooh.
Fusoya, he was the Lumerian, the old guy that we found on the moon in Final Fantasy IV.
Oh, yes, the very old dude who knew all the spells.
Yes.
Well, they do know spells.
But I don't think you're going to meet Fusoya.
Well, we haven't gotten to that part yet. We don't know. At long last, the Watcher is ready to fulfill his final duty. The time has come for you to be on your way. The crater at the heart of Mare Lamentorium, where Zodiac was imprisoned, is not so easily traversed, however. Let us call upon Argos, the familiar whom you met earlier. He should have no trouble bearing you across. Okay, well, at least now we know it's a he. As Heidelin created me as the jailer, so too did she create Argos as the guard. It is his nature to appear when needed, and yet he is nowhere to be found. Strange. Mayhaps the imbalance of either has affected him. Let us make for the crushing brand, and attempt to call upon him there. We need but recall the path you walked with Argos before, and you will find your way. Okay, so I gotta go back down. If he labors in service to Heidelin's plan, I see no reason not to do as he suggests. Shall we make for this crushing brand? Okay, so this pilot's, I'm assuming, is the group that everybody wants me to see. They've all been waiting for me to see this. Alright, we're going that way.
Hey Keith, did you do the roll stuff or did you just skip past it?
Gonna go with a no on this one.
Tim, did you see the moose the moose princess? Basically,
Yes.
the pink princess is what it was.
There's also a space Kakator queen or lunar Kakator queen who
Yes, but
Keith hasn't seen yet, but it's cool.
But the moose princess, aka the pink princess, is the jelly, the super ultra rare jelly that you got the what was it, the rat tail from, I think? No,
Yes, the rat tail.
it was the rat tail. You sure it was the rat tail?
It's the rat tail.
Yeah, you get the rat tail from where you can get the ultimate admin armor and stuff from in Final Fantasy IV. It's the hidden special mob. Where am I going? Am I going the right way?
Yeah, you.
Oh yeah, I gotta go up and around. Yes, I call those the string cheese men. Because they look like those string cheese from the
version
commercial.
is the queen of the lunar saboteur tenders is actually like rainbow.
Rainbow?
It's rainbow, yes.
God, they're making it very hard for me to go through. Now, I don't know, you're probably not familiar with these mobs here, Tim. But these are all the empty, like these guys here. Well, I don't know about these guys, but there was ones that had a hole in their belly. Those are the empty from Final Fantasy XI.
You'll be in love with the music when you get here too.
Yep.
Aye, yes, they really need to give these guys some food. Oh. Okay. Hello, Watcher. This place we seek is just ahead at the Chloroplorgot. Whatever. Jeez. You see, Argos cannot manifest without sufficient concentrations of ambient ether. You would be hard-pressed to find a greater confluence than inside this cavern. Follow me.
Oh god.
What? Gotta get involved, man. I'm so close to level.
Me too.
No, don't waste time. What are you doing?
Gotta get involved. I'm so close to level. Sweet.
That's not gonna even be
That-
even close to dinging you.
I know. That gave nothing. I don't know why that got so strictly stripped. Okay, so I gotta go.
Because
through
somebody
here.
didn't put up the XP bonus.
That wouldn't have mattered in there. They don't work towards that.
Or towards killing mobs.
Okay, yes. Here will do nicely. The lunar spongoi draw ether from the ground, which is then dispersed in the air. At present, however, the ambient energies are not quite sufficient for Argos to manifest. Might you be willing to spare some of your own to help the spongoi along? Am I gonna pop this zone and just be enthralled with cuteness? Is that what's gonna go on? Lunar spongoi. Let's see what's going on here.
You will be desperate to take on the true form.
Okay, so there's the Afghan.
You can call it Argos. It's Argos.
Argos. Oh yeah, fair. That's fair enough. The other one's probably not a good idea. Argos manifests in a flesh. He seems glad to see you again.
I already made that comment to Keith earlier about their poor choice of naming them a city.
A most fascinating creation of Heidelin. Would you not agree? Should the need arise, he is even able to create reflections of himself on a whim. Though I assure you, it was no reflection which accompanied you earlier to the brand. No, Argos was quite eager to be at your side then, as he is now, it seems. I cannot recall when last he showed such an affinity for anyone. Indeed, I thought him more likely to shy away from you and your companions. Perhaps it was more than a sense of duty that compelled him to aid you before. As for your companions... Okay, more of them, sweet. Unexpected, but greatly appreciated. I believe we are ready. Then let us return outside that you may cross the chasm. Chasm. Don't! I heard something bad. Don't do that to me.
That was a total accident. It wasn't supposed to come through.
Do it again.
No.
Apparently I did it poorly.
Okay, so outside. Look at this crackhead flying on the moon.
Crackhead.
Flying on the moon.
Holy crap, how far do I gotta go? Am I supposed to be, isn't I supposed to have a fast mount or something? Oh, okay. Okay. Let's sparkly doggies. Your destination is the structure there across the cradle of darkness. But climb onto Argo's back and he will take care of the rest. Once you arrive, it should not take long to find the ship's crew. The facility is designed to rouse them from their slumber in the event of Zodiac's destruction. Either council together you may guide the star and its people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways, but know that I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. So what? They're going to grab everybody on the planet. We're just all going to hop on the ship. The game's over. We're flying off to a new planet. That's where the new game will start.
That's what I was thinking. There's that possibility that at the very end, if everyone flees on the moon, that we might just start the new game on a new planet.
There's worse ideas.
Yes, but you gotta remember, Battlestar Galactica. How long did it take them before they found civilization?
New game, Final Fantasy 18 Arc.
Our allies' assurance notwithstanding, we cannot be certain what awaits us on the other side, so perhaps it would be best if we did not all go at once. I propose the two of us cross first, while Thancred and Eringy wait here. Yes. Ride to Argos. Onwards! Malefic Aether yet permits from the crater. Remnants of Zodiac most like. Yes. EGR heard out, Cataclysm. There's a hole over there. There's a crystal inside. Just a little further. That is a giant door. Is that to hold back the cuteness that everybody's saying is behind there?
Yes. So ferocious.
This structure is enormous, though that is hardly surprising, given the size of the average adamantine. Apologies for the wait. Right, then let us head inside and oh. They're disappearing. Most intriguing, a means by which he conserve his energy mayhaps. Well, I certainly wouldn't want him to blink out of existence on our account, helpful as he's been. Thank you, Argos. We'll take things from here. Stay here where it's safe, alright? Well, thank you, Argos. We'll take things from here. If Argos is to remain without, let us not keep him waiting over long. Okay. Moment of truth, I'm assuming.